So even in here, you just don't want to let them start sniffing the ground or anything, because then sometimes they'll roll. So when you're standing and doing stuff with them, don't let their head go below their knees, and then you won't get yourself in trouble. Okay, so that seems pretty good. So what we're going to do is practice getting on and off in case he moves, and just doing the sidle up. So again, I taught him, if I tap him in that right hip, to come over to me. And so what you're going to do is you can walk him up to the mounting block and line him up. But once you get up there, if he starts to move away or anything, we're just going to raise our hand up and kiss to him so he brings his hip over to us. And then if he doesn't come over, we're going to tap him with the stick, which I'll give you.
Which hand do I raise?
You're right. So like when you're going up to the mounting block, you can walk up and like line him up if you want, and then put the reins over his head and then get on. That's one choice. Or the other choice is you put the reins over his head to start with, and because he knows to sidle up, that's the only reason why. And then you just walk up to the mounting block, get up, and switch him to your left hand and kind of pull him up. And then if he doesn't come over, you just raise up your hand and kiss. So those are your two choices. So you do whichever one you want. Okay.
Do you want me to move the mounting block, or is it okay like that?
No, it's okay. So all you're going to do is, you know, as you get closer, stop like here or something and get the reins over his head, and then you're going to walk up, get up your mounting block, switch your reins to this hand and kind of hold him, you know, pull him up so he understands, and then if he's far away, then just raise your hand and kiss. Okay? Okay. I know it's been a little bit of time. Yeah. Now again, when we've been wiggling the reins, you're just trying to go slow. He's already trying to do the, you know, he's like, I know what's next. So now you have to walk him up here. So I know it's been a while, but you're not going to hold the reins up there. That's when you get on.
Grab this.
Oh, yeah. So it's going to be here.
Yeah, I was just going to let this go.
Okay.
I just didn't know if you were moving right now.
No, that's okay. Okay. So remember, you'll get up on the mounting block and then switch your hands and pull him up. Kiss. Yep. Now lower your hand. Yep. Okay. So now you're going to get on. So you'll shorten the reins, and we're not going to let him walk away. So if he starts to walk forward, you'll pull, and then we'll do it again if he walks forward to correct him. It's been a while, huh? Okay, so we're just going to sit there so you kind of get settled. I'm going to give him a little treat, so we're hanging out. Yep. Now, remember, with horses you don't know, you're trying to be really careful, because even though my horses are safe, you just never know. So you don't want to take the reins and flip them. You want to just slowly shorten up or whatever you're doing, okay? So all we're going to start with first is just going around the one pole and just making a small circle.
Going around which pole? This first one?
Yeah, so stay here. Don't let him follow me, and I'm going to show you just so you remember. So don't look down. Yep. So you look, it's a car, and the car is moving, so don't look at it, the car's steering wheel. Yep. So you correct him. If he starts moving, he thinks he's supposed to go with me, so, you know, we give him, like, okay, you're not supposed to go. So you just hold him and breathe and relax, and then keep correcting him. If he keeps coming forward, you keep going backwards. Okay. So once you do walk, yep, so kind of open that rein, but don't look at his head. Once you do walk off, you're going to walk a circle around this pole once, and then we're going to go the other way and circle around that pole once. So we're just making a figure 8. Okay.
So once a hole around that?
Yes. Yeah. So remember, look up. Don't look at his head. If he won't go, you keep bumping him with your legs. Yeah. So lower your hands a little bit. Breathe. Yeah. And then you trace the circle with your eyes so he knows where he's going. So one full circle. Yep, bump him a little bit more so he understands. Because again, he's not a true lesson horse, so he sees me and he's like, what am I supposed to do?
And now I do the circle
the other way, yep. So lean back, yep. And then use your legs more to kind of bend him and push him over. Yeah. So now you're just going to do it again. So you'll just be making a figure 8. but you're trying to make like two circles that are meeting each other, not like a triangle. Yep. So you need to use your legs more, not just your hands. So your legs push him away. So you're pushing with your right leg and your right rein. Now you're going straight at that champagne-colored horse, and you're looking up, both legs, harder, because he gets dull. Look at that champagne horse. Yep, then left rein and left leg. That's it. So lean back and try it again. So he's not being bad, he's just confused with what you're doing. So you got to sit back, keep steering, and then when he gets confused, really get after him. Like, no, you're supposed to go. This is the way we want to go. Yep. So that's why if they're going the wrong way, you don't look the wrong way. You still look the way you want to go, and then you get right after them. Yep. So look at that champagne horse, and then you'll be looking to the left and left rein and leg. Yeah. Good. And then lean back a little bit. Good. So now, once you get back over there, you're going to make that serpentine down the arena. You remember doing that? And then serpentine back. And just remember, as you're bending him and making the turns, the reins are guiding him which way he goes, but it's the leg that's actually making his body bend. So if they feel like an airplane or really stiff, it's more leg, but kind of pulling as you do it so they don't speed up. Yeah, and then just kind of keep looking at the house at the end. Yeah. And then once you get down there, then you'll serpentine back. So the serpentine is a great exercise. It gets your horse bending. It's great for pacey horses. It gets them to move their shoulders and their hindquarters. And it's a great exercise to do if your horse is too fast, like you're riding with quarter horses, or if your horse is being bad and you need to give them something to do, or you need to slow down, like going down a hill. Good. So keep serpentining the whole way down, and then when you get to the end, you're going to go left, and then you're going to walk once just around the whole arena, getting used to him again. Yeah. And if he slows down at the gate at all, because his stall used to be right there, get right after him with your leg so he knows he can't slow down. So now you're just going around the whole arena. Don't go any faster. And you're just trying to hold him straight. Yeah. You're doing good. Your body, all of that looks great. It's just now getting you to be like a real rider. But your body position, your leg, your hands, all that stuff is great. So as you're going around the arena, you're always trying to hold your horse straight. So that's why I like to ride him off of the rail, not next to the fence. Apache's pretty straight, but a lot of the walking horses or any of the horses that are kind of lanky, they're much harder to keep straight. Okay, good. So now once you get down to this end, we're going to start our circles. And the first circle is going to be around me and the poles. It's going to be a big circle. You remember doing that? Okay. If you have questions, just yell out.
Not half the arena, just the circle.
What?
Not half the arena.
That's right. Yep. So we're going to end up making 3 circles, one at this end, one in the middle, and then one at the other end. So this first one is just kind of cutting across after that last pole. And same thing, as you turn him, you're always trying to use your rein, but the leg at the kind of the same time. And then if they didn't turn, you would walk with the opposite side. Like if he wouldn't turn, you'd keep looking left, but you would have pressed your right rein and leg against him. So that was perfect. That's your first circle. And then we'll go back down the fence. And then we're going to kind of turn.
When you try to get them to bend,
Yeah.
you use your inner side.
Don't. Yes.
Get them to turn. But then what you just said is kind of the opposite.
Yeah, so when you bend them, so each horse is a little different and different on what we do, but when you go to turn a horse, No, go straight. See that orange tractor? That's where you're going to turn. Yep. So when you go to turn a horse and it's trained, you can use your inside rein and leg, your left rein and leg. The left rein is what is turning him, not the leg. Okay, you're going to start your circle now. And then your leg is actually bending him. That's just making the arc in his body. But if you had a green horse or a horse that's not listening, to actually get them to turn, you'd use your left rein, and then when they didn't turn, then you'd pull your right rein against their neck and then your right leg. Like right here, you could open your left rein and then press your right rein and your right leg against him. And then once he turns, then you bend him. Then you go to your left rein and leg. So it is confusing, and we kind of say different stuff in the beginning because it's too much to learn at once. So keep looking the way you want to go because, yeah, he looked like he was coming towards me. So now you'll go straight and stay on the rail until you get over by that big blue tarp. Yeah, so the inside rein and leg bend and helps the turn, but if they're really not turning, you use the other rein and leg to push them over. The better you can coordinate your hands and legs, the better rider you're going to be. It is not easy, so you really do have to, switch sides sometimes. Like left rein and leg, oh, they're not turning, right rein and leg. Oh, now I got the turn, now left rein and leg to bend them again. So now you're going to start your last circle. So turn now. Yep. Good. And then, yep, so if he's not turning, then you block him with that right rein and leg. Or if he's drifting towards me because his house is over here, then you'd block with that right rein and leg. And if he really wasn't listening, you kind of bump him with that right leg. Good. So now we're going to start our leg yield. So after the mounting block, maybe like 10 feet, you'll turn and go down the quarter line of the arena, get him straight, and then we're going to leg yield him off your left leg. So you're going to start turning now, then head towards the champagne horse, and then both your hands are going to go a little bit to the right, and then your left leg will push him over, then straighten him out for a step, and then push him over again. Yep, then straighten him out for a step. So straighten him out for a step because you want to get his whole body over there. So think of going one step sideways and then one step straight. And then with your hands, you were good, except you're kind of throwing them away too much. So you still want to keep a little contact as you're pushing him over. So we'll kind of turn right at Mr. Nichols. Yep, so you'll turn now, so you're kind of going by that last pole. If he's not turning, use your right rein and leg. Get him straight. We always want straight first before we start the leg yield, and now we'll start the leg yield. So lower your hands, keep your elbows bent. Now straighten him. So when you go to straighten him, you kind of use that left rein and your right rein and leg to hold him straight, and then push him over again. So it's hard, you're kind of alternating your hands and your legs. So when we want him to go sideways, we want the left leg on and the right leg off. But if we need to straighten him out because he's getting crooked, then we got to take the left leg off and put the right leg on. So you'll try it again over here. So leg yielding is very important. People think it isn't. They don't need to know this arena work, but good. And then try it with you when you're ready. Now straighten them out. Yep, lower your hands, bend your elbow. Now push them over again. So left leg on, right leg off. Now straighten them out. So right leg on and left leg off. Lower your hands. Try not to push him too far forward. He's got to go to the bathroom. So this is what you're doing, which is nice, but too nice. You're going like this. You want to keep contact, and you just want to go like this. That's all you want to do. So look up when you're ready to go. He's done going to the bathroom. Yep, so keep contact and then finish pushing him over. So try not to push your arms forward. That was much better. So now you got one more try on this other side. But it's very important. It moves your horse over. It helps them to understand to move off your leg and not always go forward from it, which a lot of gaited horses don't know because they weren't trained. Bump him with both legs. He's telling you he wants to go back to his stall. Yep, so now you'll turn, And then get them straight, and then when you're ready, try your leg yield. But remember, bend your elbows, don't throw your hands away. Now straight, yep. And then push over again. Good. Then straighten them out, and then when you're ready, finish pushing them over. Very good, yep. So now you're just going to go straight, and then when I tell you we're going to practice our stop and our back up. When we back him up, you're trying to keep him backing up straight. So if he gets crooked, like if he goes to the right, then you'd push with your right leg to straighten his hind quarter. If he goes left, you'd push with your left leg. All right, so let's go ahead and try a stop when you're ready. So stop riding, breathe out, then whoa, and then pull if he doesn't go. Good. So you're going to go 5 steps backwards, and you're going to steer as you go. So look over his head, yep, and then release every time he backs up. Lean back, yep. Good. Now just stand there and give him a little scratch so he knows he did a good job, and then in like 10 seconds, walk off. So you always want to practice your backup movements everywhere you go. Yep. Now, this horse never throws his head with me. But with beginners pull more and give the horse wrong signals, which annoys them, and a lot of the horses will throw their head, and then they get in the habit of getting their own release. It's hard. Even though it's a bitless bridle, it still puts pressure on his nose. So now pick another spot to stop him and back up 5 steps. Now it won't be as hard because the fence is kind of blocking one side. Good. Lean back a little bit. Good. So she's just looking back to see what's behind her. Yep. And then wait 5 seconds and then walk off again when you're ready. Good. So if he's not stopping well when you're asking, make sure your cues are clear. So you just want to, when you're stopping, like really like relax everything, your seat, your legs, push your legs away from them. Take a deep breath in, you know, bigger than you've been taking, and then your whoa, and then your pull. But we're going to keep walking right now. And it would help for him to stop if he was going slower. So when you practice stopping, if you're going real fast and it's a new horse, it is going to take more time to get to their brain. Okay. I want you to stop him again when you're ready. Take your time. So breathe out. Then your whoa, then your stop. Good. Okay, don't back up. So now we're going to do the turn on the forehand. So we're going to turn towards the fence. So it'll be a little right rein, your right leg, and don't let him walk away. So yes, yep, so you're going to be turning back towards Mr. Nichols, toward the fence, but you got to hold him so he doesn't walk away at the end, and you want him to pivot on the front end and move the hind quarter when you're ready. Less rein, more leg. Now pull on both reins. Yep. So this is what you did. You pulled too much to start, then your reins got loose, so he just started walking forward. So you pull lightly, but then you hold with both reins. Okay. So come in towards me. Yep. And then you're going to stop. Okay. So now you're going to stop. So now we're going to do the turn on the forehand again. Don't look at his head. You just stare at his head. So we're going to go the same way. We're going to go to the right, but now there's no fence around you. If that makes sense.
So diagonal, like away from you diagonal. I should finish.
We're going to finish actually facing that way. Because we want to change our direction. This is just so you get another practice at it. So make sure your reins are short enough. Only pull a little on that right rein, and then it's right leg, but you kind of have to hold them so they know not to walk away.
So I'm going almost 360.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So you'll look that way when you're ready. Pull little on the rein to turn them. That's it. Now hold with both reins. Keep pushing with your leg. Keep turning your head. Keep turning your head. Lean back because you're leaning forward, so it's giving him different cues. Now, if he keeps backing up, it means you're pulling too much. So pull a little steadier on your right rein as you're turning. Okay, now stop. Good. So, yes, but you're going to do it again. So this is what you were doing. And he's like, what the hell is going on? So you just want to, when you pull on it, you just want a light contact, but it's a steady pull. It's like go to the right, and then your leg, and then you slowly, like, hold a little bit with both reins. But the more you're jerky, like you release too much and you pull too much, the horse is like, what the hell am I doing? So you have to hold that rein a little more and then hold lightly if he's backing up. And then we might have to release a little bit more. But it's confusing him because he doesn't know. When he pulls again, if possible, because he never pulls, he's pulling a lot with you just because he's getting confused, hold. Because what's happening is every time he pulls, you release, and now he's starting to pull all the time where he didn't pull at all.
Okay.
And then I have to fix it, which won't take an hour. It could take me weeks to get that back. So no more pulling.
When you say no more pulling.
Him pulling.
I know, just keep your...
Brace. So when he goes like this, you lock down.
Okay.
It's like me going to push you, and you're like, don't do that, and you push back.
Okay, so you're saying to avoid him pulling, you just want me to hold my arms.
You do a couple things. You brace, you squeeze, and you lean back.
Okay.
You just did it.
Okay.
So even when you don't catch it, you're teaching this horse to pull on the reins.
I don't know that that's what he's doing right now. I thought you meant when he's moving.
No.
Okay.
So every time, not right now, but every time, hold your reins. Every time you feel this, he's pulling.
Okay.
He should never pull. It's
Okay.
disrespectful and it's bad.
Okay.
But the more he gets to do it, he'll repeat it because he's getting a release. The more you do this on him, he won't do it.
Okay.
Okay?
So maybe I should go tighter. No?
Not really.
Okay. All right.
All right. So try it again. So you're going to go to your turn on the forehand. So you're going to look, steady pressure on the right
Where
rein.
am I going to end up? Facing that way?
Yes. Yes. So don't look at him. Yes. Steady pressure. Now more leg. Just your right leg if you can. Now he's backing up, right? So yeah, so release a little, not so much. Pull more on the rein because he's confused. Keep pulling. Turn your head. Yep. Now he's backing up, so don't pull as hard on both reins. That's better. Yep. Now give him a little scratch, but don't let him yank on the rein. Does that make sense? So, and it doesn't mean hold the whole time. We want him to make the mistake so you can recorrect it.
Nope.
That's it. Now walk off. Okay. So now we're going to repeat everything this direction. So you're going to lean back. So the first thing is the circle around the poles. Yeah, it's hard because I know we've had many weeks off, and then I'm on your case like it's nothing because he's a sale horse. And so with the sale horses, like we don't want anything messed up. Even if the people who buy them are going to mess it up, we don't want it messed up to start. But that's how quickly horses are untrained, is I take many months to train them, and in 5 minutes somebody can take it off because they're doing the release at the wrong time. Yeah. So it's the same thing, like if he gets slow at the gate and you let him get slow, then he learns he can get a break over there. So that's why, like anywhere they get slow, you kind of try to get after them and make it uncomfortable for them to be there. But that was a very good circle. So there he's trying to pull, so just be careful. You did good. I didn't see him yank, but he was thinking about it. So now you'll go straight, and then we're going to make the circle in the middle. So where those 3 little poles are on the side of the fence, that's where you'll start your circle. Yeah, and then leg, and then release when he's not pulling. Yep. Good. So when he's being good, we're trying to be soft with our hands except for steering. But when he's pulling, that's when we hold and make it uncomfortable. Yeah. But we keep our leg on him so he can't stop. Good. And then you'll be turning and cutting back across again. So right rein and leg, and if he didn't turn, then left rein and leg. Good. Lower your hands, a little bit more leg. Walk a little faster. Yep, and then look towards the blue tarp. Yeah. So again, if he wasn't turning, I would have used more left leg sooner than you did. Walk a little faster. There you go. So now you're just going straight, and then our next circle will start kind of over by the orange tractor. So it's hard when you're learning. You try to be as clear as you can, but you're always making mistakes. That's just the way it is. So she's going to pull more when she shouldn't. She's going to give more when she shouldn't. And that just is how you create timing and feel, is by practice. And I'll fix his head thing. But again, this is what happens with lesson horses. They're trying, they get very confused. They're very tolerant. So if that's the worst he does, that's not bad at all. But so a little bit more leg, and look where you want to go. That's it. So now we're going to start with our leg yielding. So kind of after the mounting block and by that train tie on the ground, that's where we'll kind of turn for the quarter line. Lower your hands a little bit. Good. So now you're going to be going that way. So our job is to push him over, but straighten him out, and then push him over, and then straighten it out. Lower your hands a little bit. Yep. And you're trying to use more leg than hand if possible. The hands are just guiding. Yeah. Good. That was much better. You were much straighter. Lower your hands a little bit. Let your reins get longer. Go more into the blue. That's it. Because otherwise there's a constant pressure on his nose. Good. And then you'll turn again, and we'll do another leg yield over here. Lower your hands a little. That's it. So you just want a straight line from the bit or the nose band up to your elbow. So if the horse has a high head carriage, your hands might be higher. If it's lower, they might be lower. Good. Now remember, are you using leg when you're doing it? I didn't see your right leg move much. Okay. Okay. Lower your hands. That's it. Lean back a little bit. And then try it again on the other side. Lower your hands. That's better. Lower your hands. That's it. Yep. And it's, when I'm saying lower, I just mean down towards the saddle. That's it. Because they get too high up in the air at times. That's good. Really good. So try it again on the other side. Good. Keep the hands low and lean back. Yep. Good job. Yep. Lower hands. That's okay. Keep working on it. If he's not responding to the leg, then you turn your toe out and use your heel a little more. Oops. Okay. So now you're just going to stay straight. So lower your hands, and you're just going around the arena. And then we're going to practice our stop and back up when I tell you. And again, when you go to stop him, just try to make everything kind of very expressive so he really feels it. So when we take the leg off, like completely off and everything relaxed. Okay, so when you're ready, go ahead and stop him. Remember, stop riding, take your leg off, deep breath in and out, your whoa, and then your pull. Then you're going to back up 5 steps. Yeah. Good. And then give him like 5 seconds and then walk off. So when you're backing up and there's nothing really in the way, like you're doing it well. If you're on the trail, you're looking back. But when you're in here, try to keep your head more straight instead of looking behind you, and just feel if he's straight or not. And then if you can't tell, then go ahead and turn around and look. Lower your hand a little bit. All right, so I'm going to have you stop. Yep. So even though you're stopping, still keep steering because he cut in as you stopped, okay? Now back him up and try to look straight ahead this time and just feel where he's going. Lower your hands. Lower your hands by the saddle. Yep. Lean back. So left rein and leg. Lean back. Yep, just a little. Keep looking over his head. Now more left rein and leg. More left rein and leg. Yep, now stop. Good. Now give him a break. And I'm going to come loosen the nose band to see if that helps. So some of the time when I'm saying like lower your hands,
I go forward.
you do a lot of things, but it's all on video today. The whole lesson's going to be on
I
video.
don't go down. Yeah.
Or you go down and you go forward,
Yeah,
so then
I
you
always
release
go
it.
forward.
Okay. Do you want me to hold this? Yes. So remember, with a horse you don't know, it's different when you know the horse and you know they're fine, they can drop it and stuff, but you don't want to just throw it. And then a horse you don't know, always ask first, is he okay with taking jackets off?
Okay.
Because some of them, somebody's hit them or done something,
Oh,
and you go to take your jacket off and they bolt, and then you got no reins or anything.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So when you're ready, go ahead and walk forward. Go that way, dude.
Okay.
Yep, stay after him. So when he's doing wrong stuff, you look up and be aggressive with your legs. Good. So now pick your own spot where you want to stop and back him up. Good. And then you're going to back up about 5 steps. It doesn't have to be exact. Good job. Nice and straight. You're doing good. Good. That's pretty good. Now just stand for like 3 seconds and then do your turn on the forehand to your left. So towards the tractor. Remember, kind of slight contact or light contact and your leg, and then just kind of holding lightly so he doesn't walk away. Lean back. Perfect. Yep. Now let him sit there on a loose rein as long as he'll sit there. Yep. Good job. So he's just getting ready to do something, so loosen the rein a little bit so he knows you're not going to do anything. Yeah, that was very, very good. Now he can put his head down, it just can't go below his knees when you're on a loose rein, but we're trying to give him just a little break. Okay. So once we walk off, we're just going to go around the whole arena, and then we're going to try and flat walk them. All right, so when you're ready, go ahead, and if you have to shorten back up, and then you're going to walk off. Okay, so for our flat walk, again, that's his first gait. We just want a fast walk. So I'm going to have you add more leg. I'll tell you when he gets there. And then once we do get the gait, then it's kind of alternating using your hands and your leg to keep the same speed. So just a little faster than you're going. Lower your hands a little. Yep. And if he really won't go, you tell me and I'll give you a stick. But that's pretty good. Yep. So you kind of got that back and forth motion. You're not going to let him slow down at the gate. You're going to make sure he keeps going. And just try and keep that same speed all the way around. That's the hardest part for people is keeping the same rhythm. And that's what people don't do on the trail, which we try to do when we ride, is we try to flat walk like a long time. You're doing fantastic. Now, the other thing you can do, if you're using your leg and they're not going forward enough, is you kind of squeeze your butt cheeks together and you push like you're on a swing set, like how you'd pump the swing set. So you can use your legs, and then you can also drive with your seat if they won't go forward. When they feel that tension in your seat, they want to move away from it, and so that's why they go forward from it. As long as you don't get a butt cramp. Yeah, now he is getting slower. He's like, we're getting towards the gate. Let's get out of here and get away from Gaye. Lean back just a little. Yep, good. Yep, and then your leg, because there's the gate. You are? So keep going, and then if you need a break, you can stop anywhere up at that end. We don't want to give him a break down by his friends. So just keep going until you're by the round pen or anywhere there, and then if you need a break, just stop. So when you're ready, he's almost there, but you're going to go back up to a flat walk. We'll go once around, and then we'll try going faster. And once we do go faster, he has like a running walk. So it'll feel kind of very similar to this, just at a faster speed, but you won't be moving much in the saddle if we do it right. Good. So once you get back up by the mounting block at that end, then start to use more leg and see if you can get more speed out of them. And then you might, to start, just inch your fingers up the reins just a little bit. So if he went too fast, you're ready to pull. And then if he's good, then you can kind of loosen back up and go longer again. All right, so keep the same body position and everything, and just start trying to add more leg and drive with your seat until we get more speed. Keep going. I'll tell you when you get there. Keep going. A little bit more. 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 Yep, keep bumping him. He's paying attention to the mirror and not you. Keep after him. Yep, more. Do you want a stick? Okay. So, all right. And then it's a short one, so if he won't go, you can wiggle it, you can tap him here, or you can kind of tilt it and tap him behind the one. But it's not a long stick. Okay. He knows. All right, so when you're ready, start off again. Yeah, and then steer. He thinks he's done. That's it. Okay, then start trying to add more speed again. Yep, keep asking for more, and then start being more aggressive if he's ignoring you. Yep, and still use your legs, so push, cluck, and then wave that stick or tap them. There you go, yep. Keep going. That's pretty good if you can keep it. As you ride more often, you get stronger, so it does get easier. But when we don't ride often, we don't use these muscles for much else. So it's, we cramp up or we can't get them to go, and it's just because our legs are weak. Yep, go a little faster because he slowed down there. You were good. The rest of the part is just by the gate he got slower. Keep going. Good job. Yep, don't let him look at the other horse. Keep his focus on you, no matter what else is going on. A little bit faster. Yeah, and then use those legs a little at the same time, so it's not just the stick. There you go. Yep. Keep going. See if you can make it all the way back down to that mounting block. By then you'll be exhausted. He's great on trail, but in here he gets slower. He must have talked to Mr. Nichols. They're like, go slow. That's right. But the more they're in here, they're like, this is boring. Yes, and they're like, oh, if I just go slower, they'll quit. Are you tired or you're okay? Okay. So I would just come up here, and then I would stop, and then we'll quit. So now when you stop riding, it'll probably be easy. There you go.